And even if this works, BP engineers expect oil to keep on leaking into the ocean. Just a Band-Aid. Check out this animation now to show you just how far this oil spill has spread over the past month and a half. It shows the size of the oil spill in the Gulf, counting up from day 1 to the current day of 45. There you go. Now, after the initial spread, the spill stayed about the same through the first month. Then it really spread and, of course, moved closer to the Florida coast. We know that now. Julie Kim joining me now from the newsroom. Julie, you went to Rutgers University today. Scientists there just launched a robot to help track the leak.
Yeah, that's right, Carrie Lee. They launched their second robot glider today off the western shelf of Florida. Their facility in New Brunswick is where all the data from all the gliders are coming in. They analyze that data from the gliders, and then they give it to the forecasters and the federal authorities so they can determine where they need to respond.
We're using these to go scout the ocean.
It looks like a rocket, but it's really a robot. Unmanned underwater vehicles like this are integral to the Gulf oil disaster.
These don't get seasick, so we can put them into some pretty rough weather, and we can get information about the ocean all the time.
I'm actually one of the pilots.
Using a computer terminal, Dave Aragon tells it what to do. Go here, go there, keep doing what it's doing.
I'm more worried about making sure the glider's in the right place at the right time.
The robot glider launched this morning off the coast of Sarasota. It trolls for signs of oil and collects data and sends it here.
Temperature, salinity in the ocean, and those measurements are very useful in the forecast models that are run to try and predict where the oil will go. So it's very similar to taking a weather balloon and releasing a weather balloon to get a better atmospheric forecast.
Oceanographers are looking at this circular track, an eddy that's formed in the Gulf. The white arrows show the direction of the current.
There are sheens and filaments of oil that have gotten into this eddy, this large loop current eddy here.
What this eddy does will determine whether oil pours into the Florida Keys and possibly beyond, or stays constrained to the Gulf.
They really help us predict what this eddy's going to do. You see something like that happening in the ocean environment, and you want to be able to contribute and help. And so this is one way that we can do it.
Now, I asked Professor Coad, if you had a magic wand and you could control the tide, the weather, what would you want to see happen to cause the least amount of impact? And he says that the only thing he could wish for is this to never have happened, because no matter where it goes, the impact will be huge.
I just wish we had a magic wand, don't you?
Yeah,
we all wish for that. Well, we've asked numerous experts. They all say the same thing, Julie, that seeing the oil spill in our area, it's possible but highly unlikely. Yet still, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection has formed that team to monitor the spill. I'm just wondering, if it's so unlikely, why form a team?
Yeah, good question, Carrie Lee. And, you and I have both talked to the experts throughout the passing weeks. Now, Professor Coad is actually on that New Jersey team, and the reason he says they're keeping tabs is because the chance is almost zero, not zero. So I think what this spill has done is trigger the big what if. You only wish that BP or whoever had already thought about these what if scenarios before all of this happened, Carrie Lee.
Yeah, we're in uncharted waters, I guess, pun intended. All right, Julie, thank you. Live in the newsroom.